Hey, Grace Hills, Pastor Brandon here. There is somewhere between a 2.5 and a 27.35% chance we may not have church this weekend. It all depends on whether this wintry mix makes a layer of ice, making travel treacherous or not. We'll see. Either way, whether we hear this message this Sunday or the next Sunday, I am super excited about what I'm going to share this weekend. I know that when it gets close to Christmas time and the weather gets cold and it gets dark early, and things sort of start getting tight financially, and the season gets busy, and just as we approach all of that, some of us get sad. Okay, in fact, about 10% of Americans struggle with what's called SAD. It's seasonal affective disorder. It has to do with the lack of sunlight and all kinds of things. For others of us, it's just a time of year when we're reminded of pain and loss and suffering in our lives and our past. And so the question often arises, how do I find joy in the middle of that? When I feel down and out, how do I find joy? We've been in this series of messages called What's on Your Mind, and it's all about how to look at Jesus as the example of the greatest attitudes possible and to emulate his attitudes. And we've said that emotions are not reliable, that you can't trust your ups and downs emotionally, that you need something more rock solid than that. You have to choose attitudes in spite of your emotions. That's true when it comes to joy. Okay, joy is something that is not an emotion. It's not happy. It's not I'm up today. It's not, I'm up or I'm down or I'm happy or I'm sad. Joy is something far more concrete. Okay, there's a verse that we're going to look at in the message. I want to read it to you now just so you can kind of have it in your mind and just dwell on it a little bit. The Bible says in Hebrews chapter 12 that Jesus is the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. And then it says this about Jesus: because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, despising its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. Isn't that amazing? Why did Jesus go through the cross? Well, there are lots of reasons. He loved us. He wanted to fulfill the Father's purpose. He needed to satisfy the justice of God toward our sin. All of that is true. But the writer of Hebrews also says, for the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross. So I just want you to understand that choosing joy is a matter of waiting. It's a matter of deciding that I'm going to fix my focus on something more concrete than my current trial and my current emotional status. We're going to dig more into that on Sunday, and I can't wait because I think this is a huge problem. I have struggled with depression throughout my adult life. Many of the people who attend our church have as well, and we make room for people who have struggled and suffered from things. So we're going to talk this Sunday about biblically, how can I, like Jesus, choose joy even in the middle of difficult circumstances. So I hope we get to gather in person this Sunday. If not, I'll save this message for the next Sunday. But I just want to see us choosing joy. And if you're struggling, you're suffering right now, I want you to feel free to shoot us an email. Join us at gracehillschurch.com. That's the email address. Join us at gracehillschurch.com, or send us a Facebook message, or just reach out to us and let us know how we can be praying for you. Because I think that together we can choose joy as a community. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. I hope we get to make it happen.